Pulled the engine out of the bug here. I'm just going to tell you guys a couple things about camshafts on VWs. And I got an interesting comment the other day, and I sent him back a question mark. So if this is you, you might want to watch this video. Maybe you'll learn something today. Okay, and the comment was putting a camshaft in a stock engine is completely pointless. And I have to say, bullshit. You're wrong. Guess what? If you put a performance cam in your stock engine, it's going to do something. It's going to give you some performance. It's going to give you something. Now, the thing is, are you going to maximize your performance by putting that cam in? Now, this is where it comes into that you need to do other things. So let's say I was building up my engine and I was going with the stock 1600, and I put an Engel like 100 in there, or even 110. People go, oh, that's too much cam for that stock engine, blah blah blah. You know what? It may be, but so let's say later on you decide that you're going to put a 2-barrel on it, you're going to put a muffler on it, you're going to put maybe some dual cadrons on it. Okay, and then you would really like to have that Engel 110, but in order to do that, you're going to tear the whole motor apart. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. If you're going to build your motor, put a performance cam in it. Don't go to like a Engel 130 with a stock, motor. And then, you know what, your performance is not going to be very good. If anything, it may not even give you anything in performance. It might use too much fuel. And, that's what this thing uses, too much fuel, and it has performance cam in it, and I have a stock carburetor, and people, oh, okay, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. That's another myth. I'm going to tell you. So people say this, if you put a cam in, and you put an exhaust on, you got to put a bigger carburetor on it. Absolutely not. You do not need to put a bigger carburetor on. Look, it just depends. To get maximum performance out of the exhaust system in the camshaft, yes, you want to put a bigger carb on. You want to put maybe a 2-barrel. Maybe you want to put in a dual set of cadrons. Maybe you want to put on 40s. Whatever, it depends on what you're doing. But I'm just trying to tell you, I know guys who have 20. I think it's a 2017. I'm not sure. I just know by born stroke. I think it's a 76 by 90.5. So I think it's, or a 2007. Okay, so, and he's got a PICT 34, 34. So look, and whoa, you can't do that. It won't run right. It won't give you. Bull crap, I've driven it. It runs great. It has got a performance cam in it too, guy. It's got a performance cam in it, and it has a relatively stock exhaust. Not like this, but he has like a small, maybe he's got, I'm done with it. Maybe he's got a single quiet pack on it or something. Big deal. All right. Which was, years ago, was actually an engineered exhaust for up to 8 horsepower. But it will work. Yes, you can put a performance cam in a stock motor and get something out of it. Now, you're not going to, like I said, you're not going to get the maximum performance. To get the maximum performance, yeah, you need to upgrade your exhaust. You need to play with your intake manifold. You're going to have to do maybe some porting to do other, to get the maximum performance out of it. But putting it on there, now, this is what it can give you. Let me tell you what the camshaft can give you that will benefit you. Is it will give you a better advanced curve. Okay, so let's say you put an Engel 110 in a stock motor. Okay, an Engel 110, it's a fairly good sized cam. Okay, with a stock carburetor and a stock exhaust. Maybe not a 40 horse. You're not going to put an Engel 110 in a 40 horse. Thank God. This is a 40 horse. Well, let's say it's a single port 1600 or a dual port 1600. You put an Engel 110 in there. Okay, what is that going to give you? It's going to give you a better advanced curve at cruise speed, which may make it so that you can run a higher RPM on the freeway without the engine running hot. How does that hurt anything? That doesn't hurt anything. Is it going to use a little more extra fuel? Yes, it will use more fuel. you'll lose some gas mileage because you don't have the compression to actually make up for it. But you'll have that advance curve that you could use at freeway speed and actually benefit from. So those are the types of things you have to figure out. But when you're doing this, remember, you are re-engineering the car. You have to know kind of what you want to do. Research it. Spend some time. Figure out the right cam for what you want to do. But I would say if you're doing any rebuild, if you're going to go through your whole motor and you're going to put a brand new cam in it, might as well get a bump stick in there. Give yourself some power. Give yourself a little bit more advanced curve. Give yourself whatever you're looking for in that performance cam. You can do it, and you don't need to put a whole crazy bunch of stuff on it. You don't need to put a big exhaust system. You don't need to put a big carburetor. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can run just the stock stuff, but you may have to change your jetting, of course, in your carburetor, and you may want to increase your compression ratio or something like that to give yourself a little more pop for the amount of extra fuel mixture you're going to put in there. But you can benefit from that. And if you're going to do your engine rebuild, hey, throw a cam in it. That's what I do. Any engine that I rebuild, pretty much, if I've got a cam sitting around like this 40 horse, no, this didn't get one because 40 horses don't really like cams that much. They don't really do anything for it. It's just. But putting the 1385 kit and the ratio rockers, holy crap, that made a huge difference. And then I kind of wish I put a little bit of cam with some better advance curve in this thing, so it had a little higher cruising speed. Kind of wish I would have, but in hindsight. But you're not going to get much of a cam, and then you need to know how much cam you can do with the ratio with the 1600 rockers on it. So because you're going to change, you're re-engineering it a little bit, so you want to make up for that. So it's going to take a little more thought than just grabbing one off the shelf and shoving it in your motor. But yes, you will get performance from a cam some way or another. You will get performance from a cam in a stock looking single carbureted engine. You can do it. Talk to you in the next video.